Hello everyone, it's Lucia with another video, and today I'm going to talk about memory and how we can improve memories with tapping or EFT. The thing is, with memory or any mental issues or physical issues, it's really what's really important is what beliefs we hold about that issue. For example, with memory, it could be that because you're a little bit older, that your memory is actually going down the hill, or it's something that your memory is totally crap anyway. Excuse my language, but many people actually say this. They say, oh, my memory is bad anyway. And if they say this over years and decades, guess what happens? It just actually gets worse because it becomes like a mantra, and it moves into the subconscious, and it just gets worse and worse. And I often find the mind is a little bit like labyrinth, and that labyrinth is full with walls that we stumble across, and those walls really represent, in my mind, or in that little comparison, they kind of compare to the walls that we stumble across, and that we are limiting walls. And sometimes with tapping, when we start tapping on those on the issue, we actually we can move a little bit backwards from those walls we stumble. Like let's say the wall says my memory is bad. That's a belief, and as soon as you start tapping that wall, you can actually step back, and then you can see the writing on the wall, which I see as the belief. The belief is, what are you actually what belief do you hold about this problem with your memory, for example. And as soon as you start tapping, you can see the writing, and with the belief that comes always an emotion, or even two. That could be frustration, that could be fear that the memory is getting worse, that could be anger, that could be any range of emotion. But as soon as you start tapping, and on that belief that you hold about your memory or your issue with memory, not being able to find things, not being able to memorize or remember things, it's just that emotion is sort of the glue that holds those bricks together, that actually hold that whole belief together. And with tapping, first we can see actually what's the belief by tapping on your issue or on the issue, and then we can actually see what is actually the emotion that I hold with that belief. For example, you could be saying something, you could have an memory, you just lose your memory, or like I know most people to say, my memory is bad anyway. So you could say, even though I have this issue with bad memory, yeah, and you would tap on the side of the hand, I accept that I feel this way, and choose to clear and see what this memory issue is all about. Even though my memory is bad, that could be another way. Just always remember, you've got to choose your own words. In a moment, I can I ask you to just to tap along right now, and choose, to take a little bit of a notepad. I always got a notepad when I work, when I start tapping. Sometimes we don't, but it's just it's good for the next time when you want to come back to tapping, that you know what you tapped on, what date you tapped on. It's just really good to keep records. So you could say with your own words, even though my memory is bad, but I accept that I feel this way, or that it is that way. I accept the situation, and I am safe anyway. I always like that safety sentence at the end, because also when you tap along with someone, there could be something triggered within you, and you just have to remember that if something gets triggered, you've got that notepad, and you can tap on that emotion or what has triggered you. That's the thing about tapping along. But yeah, I will say more to that at the end of this little tapping example. So you could say that, and then you could repeat it again. Even though my memory is bad, I accept that it is that way, and I'm safe anyway. And then you go top of the head. My memory is so bad. Yeah, and you could just continue doing this in your own words, going through those tapping points. My memory is so bad. My memory is so bad, and I don't know what to do. Yeah, my memory is so bad, and it's getting worse. My memory is so bad, and it's gone worse over the years. My memory is so bad underneath the arm. My memory is so bad. And for the simplicity, I just going top of the head. My memory is so bad, and you can actually really go through the points again and just see what comes up. Why is my memory so bad? I wonder, and I wonder really what emotion I hold. Yeah, that will be, what is the emotion that I feel when I think of my issue with my memory? So this is something that I would do, and that's what I recommend when you start tapping and explore how you know what your memory issue is all about. So let's say you've got now an emotion, and or let's say, like I said before, you actually discovered that, you know, that belief, and in that case, that example that I gave you, it's my memory is so bad. Yeah, there could be another belief in your own words. It could be something like well, I'm older now, and that's why my memory is bad. Yeah, that would be another belief that, you know, attached to, you know, that you've actually attached the age to it, because it's commonly known that older people have worse memory, although actually teenagers are really not so good memorizing stuff if you think about it, or kids, or even people who are under stress. And that's the whole thing, you know, like when the more we you know, stress about our memories, the more it becomes an issue, and the more we actually put fear and the frustration or the anger, whatever the emotion is, the more it actually becomes like a literal neural net in our brain. Like we started something like a habit, like riding the bicycle, like anything that we've the skills that we've acquired in the past, they then become something very solid. And that's how this belief about your memory could become solid in your brain with neural connections that fire together. That could become very solid, and a solid belief and a solid thing. And the more you say it, the memory is actually getting worse because you're saying it like a mantra. Okay, let's say let's stay with this. Even though I have this belief that my memory is bad, because I'm older now, I accept that I feel this way, and I am safe anyway. Even though I'm so frustrated, now we bring in the emotion, even though I'm so frustrated about this belief, I accept that I feel this way, and I love myself anyway, and I am safe anyway. Yeah? Okay, top of the head. I feel so frustrated about my belief that my memories is bad. This frustration, this belief I have that my memory is bad because I'm older. This frustration. So I would alternate between the emotion or the belief. Or you could just tap and keep tapping on the belief, or you could just keep tapping on the frustration, this frustration that I have. And with any emotion, before we start tapping, yeah, and I'm just finishing the sequence, the frustration I have, this belief I hold, you would rate it, of course, from 0 to 10. The frustration, now that he did one round, you now know between 0 to 10 how frustrated do you feel, yeah, on that scale. And it's very subjective. You've discovered the emotion, you've discovered the belief, and now you would just carry on discovering between 0 to 10 how strong you are. You could say you're a 6, and then you would say, even though I am frustrated about my memory. By 6, I accept and love myself anyway, or I choose to be safe anyway. Yeah, even though I have this frustration, I feel this frustration about my memory, and the belief that I'm not, that my memory is bad. I accept and love myself anyway, and I am safe. And you could, so keep it simple and use your own words. And then you go top of the head, this frustration, this frustration, this frustration, this frustration, this frustration that I hold because of my bad memory. This frustration that I hold because of my bad memory. This belief that I have. And this frustration about my bad memory. So that's really, in a nutshell, how you would do the tapping. So you either tap on the belief, and of course, and on the frustration or the emotion that you how that you hold with that belief. And you need to just tap and use, just carve out 5 to 15 minutes in your time and just see, get up physically, drink a glass of water, and see how you feel afterwards. Why we rate our personal rating, why we is, of course, we see if the emotion has gone up in intensity or something has shifted and some memory came up, something like this. And it just gives us a number where we can say, actually, I'm feeling much better. Or you feel a cognitive shift the next time you about to think, oh, my memory is bad, or about to say it to somebody, oh, my memory is bad anyway. See what comes up for you. And just remember that, you're responsible for your own well-being. And I endeavor with every video that you actually explore EFT and tapping, and what you say to yourself and how you feel about your life or certain issues or problems that you have. Yeah. So I hope that was really helpful. If you do need a hand help with some tapping and some emotional issues, or such as memory loss or psychological issues, do get in touch and we can have a chat and see if we are fit. And do reach out. You can also leave a comment underneath this video and see if maybe you've got a question, maybe you've got also a request that I could tap on and explain how we use EFT with certain issues, such as this video, which is about memory and how we can improve it. You will see me in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!